Hey girls, it's Alexia here at AMI Clubwear, and today we are doing a video on how to take a selfie. I know that seems really elementary and kind of like a duh topic on how to take a selfie, like who really needs to know that? Not everyone is a pro at getting that perfect selfie, so you may be on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. and always see your friend has those perfect photos and you wonder, what are her tricks? Does she have a special device? Like, why are they so perfect? But she might just have all of the tips down on how to get that perfect selfie. So there's a few things that we're going to talk about today. One tip that I like to tell people is try using your phone's volume rocker as the shutter for your camera, because a lot of times it's like a touch screen thing and you're kind of like trying to maneuver your thumb and pose, and it just gets kind of awkward. So try your volume rocker. A lot of people don't know that, but it does work on iPhone and a lot of Android devices. And if you don't have it like native to the phone, you can always download an app because there's a lot of apps for that. First and foremost, the most important thing when taking a good selfie is your lighting. Soft, natural daylight works the best. So I'm in a room that's surrounded by big, huge windows, and it's providing me with a very soft light that's kind of wrapping around me and making me look really soft and, I don't know, like a glamour shot or something. Just kidding. But you want to definitely avoid sunlight that's coming like directly through a window, or if you're outside, obviously you don't want to be in the direct high noon sun because that's just going to create all kinds of shadows here under your eyes. Right here, it's not very flattering. If you are in a dark environment, you can try testing how it will come out if you actually turn your phone around so that you're using that back camera and then using the volume rocker to make your phone flash on your face. You might have to take a few of those, experiment with that. So tip number 2 is know your angles. And so this is something that you're gonna do where you're literally going to be that weird person in the room or the restaurant and you're kind of looking all around to see what looks best. I particularly like the way my features look from the left-hand side. I find that my nose, my cheekbones, my lips, everything seems to be really good in proportion and very flattering. And when I go to the right side, I feel like my nose looks extra big. So I tend to take selfies from this side. Some of my fans might notice that. Some people like the way they look straight on. That tends to work best with people that have extra symmetrical features. Like I said, play around with it. Take a bunch of them at home one day when you're bored, on a day off or whatever. That way you know what works for you and you're gonna have it down to a science and you'll be able to take like 2 selfies and you'll have one to choose from. So tip number 3 is to make sure that you have good posture. That means shoulders back, neck long, not all scrunched up and wrinkly, and try not to put your shoulders up too high to where it looks like you don't have a neck. Don't elongate your neck so much that it looks like you're trying to imitate a giraffe or anything like that. Don't forget also to have a straight back. Just be natural. I mean, if you're always the person who's just kind of slouching and that's your signature, hey, do you? So along those lines, you want to make sure that when you're taking a selfie that you are being true to yourself. Don't look like you're trying too hard to be sexy or funny or any of that. People can see right through it and it's nothing but fake and phony, and it's not going to get very many likes if that's what you're after. So if you are sexy, then be sexy. If you are flirty, do that. If you're funny, do that, but dial it back a little bit. Tyra Banks says, ugly pretty is the best way to be. So if you're going to be comical, just make sure that it still looks attractive. Also, don't feel too uncomfortable in front of the camera. It's just a camera. It's just your portal to communicate your image to the people that love you. Tip number 5 is to go ahead and experiment with apps and filters. So apps, there are a ton out there on the market for editing your photos. Don't do too much editing though. Don't go so crazy with the filter that your skin looks like a porcelain doll and not like human skin anymore. That's not very attractive. Also, there are a ton of apps out there that I see fellow models using all the time, altering the shapes of their body in a way that's just not believable. Yes, everybody gets a little love handle roll that they want to take care of occasionally, or a wrinkle in their fabric of their clothing or something. That's fine. Those are what those kind of apps are for. However, I see so many girls out there that are just going crazy and they just have like this 18-inch waist with these like 40-inch hips, and it's just like, come on. We know what you look like in real life. With filters and stuff, just experiment with them, see what looks good. Try not to go too extreme with them, but have fun, guys, because it can really be an artistic way to express yourself. So a final tip that I have for you is to be mindful of where your eyes are looking in your selfie. You know, sometimes you're looking at someone's selfie and it seems like their eyes are looking elsewhere, not directly at the camera. Sometimes that's intentional, sometimes it's not. So know where the camera is on your phone. If you're taking a group selfie, make sure to tell people, hey, look at the camera, or hey, everyone look at the screen, look at yourself on the screen, so everybody's eyes are looking the same direction. Because you don't want it to be awkward if everyone's looking at the camera and then someone's like off aloof in the distance somewhere. You know, what's wrong with them? And also, if you're taking a selfie with your friend and you want it to be really fun and playful and show everyone you're having a great time, why don't you try looking at each other instead of at the camera? That's a fun take on a selfie. Please keep in mind that selfies can get really redundant and annoying to your fans, followers, and friends if you're posting them all the time or every day, or if that's just all you post. You want to kind of mix it up a little bit. So try to save your selfies for when you're looking extra amazing. Like maybe you have the perfect makeup and hair day, or you had an awesome job interview. With that, make sure to pair a great caption with your selfie. So say, pretty sure I nailed that job interview, and then people are gonna interact underneath your photo. Or like say you go to a wedding and you're just loving what you're wearing. Also, if you're wearing something that is sleeveless and it's like a tube style top or dress, try to get some of that fabric in there, because otherwise you're gonna look like you're naked. You don't want that either. If you have any other questions or comments, or you want to share anything funny or whatever, just put it in the box below. So please thumbs up the video, subscribe to our channel, and please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AMI Clubwear. And did I say like us on Facebook? Yeah.